Now, the Athlone District Advice Centre in Cape Town expects pensioners as well as other vulnerable community members to flood their offices this week for answers on the budget delays. Ntokozo Khumalo spoke to the project manager at the centre, Brian Alcock, who told her the delays means they can't budget on how to stretch their income.
Pensioners were glued to their television screens anticipating the tabling of the 2025 national budget by Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana. Instead, they were disappointed when it was postponed to the 12th of March. The project manager at the Athlone Advice Centre, Brian Alcock, expects a lot of those pensioners to flood the office this week for answers.
I look forward to knowing whether they get a 10 rand, a 5 rand, a 20 rand increase. And they waited for nothing. And also, all the time wasted, all the expenses wasted, a lot of resources that could have been used somewhere else.
Semi-retired himself, Alcock says the non-profit organization relies on funding to deliver services, including legal advice to the most vulnerable in the community.
Government don't even want to give money to the NGOs. You know, we are playing the middleman, but we do it without funding and we represent the people.
William Veal, also a pensioner, says the delay doesn't allow people to plan their own budgets properly. People already struggling to meet their needs.
They're struggling with this 2,100 whatever they get, but it's not enough to supply a household that they run. So like the budget speech will be important, how they look at things, how themselves budget.
He says in the 3 weeks to the 12th of March, the National Treasury should go back to the drawing board to develop a budget that will be people-centric.
A government that carries the people of the country, supposed to be the people of the country. The majority of the South Africans, not the one part of South Africa, the South Africans, the people that are really South Africans, not people outside South Africa. Look at your people.
Financial and Fiscal Commissioner Chair Dr. Patience Nombeko Mbava warns that the Treasury acted prematurely and that the Cabinet should have threshed out the budget before instead of postponing at the last minute. She agrees that the VAT increase is the most concerning item on the proposed budget.
The minister went to the money markets. The sentiment in the money markets right now under the Trump administration is negative towards South Africa. So the money was not found. And therefore the minister had to look at other sources of revenue. And therefore he came to the conclusion that an increase in the VAT rate could be a possibility. But to what extent was there a full consultation with all the parties? Because clearly there was not enough consultation.
She also highlights that the government of national unity must find ways to deal with issues and put its house in order without public spats that could jeopardize investment flows into the country.
We need to come to a point where, as a country, we do not show the global markets that there are fissures, that now there is a disagreement within the GNU, because it means that any money we want to find in the global market will not be found at all.
Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana told media at a briefing that National Treasury had the working class and poor in mind when postponing the national budget to the 12th of March. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Athlone, Cape Town.